Hi, this is Beata from Splitcoaststampers. In this video I'll show you how to create the faux torn mosaic background. All stamps used today are from the Tailored Expression Celebrate Life stamp set. You start out with a piece of pattern cardstock, or you could just use pattern paper, or you could just stamp cardstock and then use it. Mine is my Mind's Eye Penny Lane. And you start ripping your edge. As you can see, I already ripped the edges off the square. Now before you rip it in smaller pieces, it's easier. You'll have to ink all the edges, and it's easier if you ink the edges of your strips. And I'm using Vintage Photo from Rangers. And just add your ink. And then rip more strips. Keep on inking the edges of your strips, and I've already done that. Ta-da! And then what you do next is just rip them in different sizes, pieces, shapes, however you want to do it. And again, ink the edges of those pieces up as well. So then you rip all your strips apart and turn them in these small mosaic pieces. What you do next is take a piece of cardstock, doesn't matter which color, and I don't use Gable Green ever, so I'm using Gable Green, and add some Mod Podge with a brush, foam brush, and then just start like a puzzle, adding your pieces over that. After each row I add a little bit more, because we're overlaying the pieces that we already added, so that way it will stick. And make sure the cardstock underneath doesn't show, especially if you use colors you don't like me. And then continue to do that for the entire piece. I'm not going to make you watch all that. Put that away. And I already cut one. I already covered a whole entire piece. What we do now, it is bigger than my cardstock, and I made the cardstock a 1/4 inch bigger than I need. So the first thing is I cut one edge. It's probably easiest if I cut it with the scissor, that way I will get one straight edge. I line it up with my paper trimmer, and I cut it down to the size I need. It might not work because it's so thick when with the Mod Podge, but this way you get a straight line, and then use your scissors to finish that cut off. And I want it 5 inches. By 3 3/4. Once you have done that, you can either add another layer of Mod Podge to make sure your pieces don't come off because they're overlaying, or you can add just a little bit more texture, and I'm using one of the stamps from that beautiful new set from Taylor. And I just over stamp it a little bit just the edges. And then you add Mod Podge over the entire piece. Let it dry and decorate, and your card is done. I hope you have fun with this crazy background technique. See you next time.